What's happening, gamers? This is John of Video Games and the World. Video game adaptations have been very successful lately. Most video game adaptations have a reputation of being failures, while others were successful. I always say which ones are the best, which ones are meh, and which ones are the worst. The best video game adaptations as of now are the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie, the 2002 Resident Evil Apocalypse, Silent Hill, the 2006 movie, Tomb Raider 2018, Detective Pikachu, Castlevania, the Netflix series, Tekken Bloodline, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Dragon Age Absolution, and the recent crown jewel, The Last of Us. Super Mario Bros. Is coming in 2 days, and I'm going to see it this Friday instead of premiere day. Video game adaptations that were average or meh were Final Fantasy The Spirits Within, which was nothing like Final Fantasy at all. The Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider movies were meh. Others that were meh or average at best were Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City, Mortal Kombat 2021, Warcraft, etc. But the bad ones, you all know which ones they are. The live-action Super Mario Bros. Movie from 30 years ago, which is now a guilty pleasure, being a so bad it's good type of movie. Other horrendous video game adaptations were the rest of the Resident Evil movies after Apocalypse. Wing Commander, no one knows it exists. Dead or Alive, abomination. Doom 2005, it sucked. Dead or Alive, which was lambasted for being a piece of garbage. King of Fighters, people didn't like it. Tekken, no one saw that. Prince of Persia, people hated it. Assassin's Creed, people hated it. Doom Annihilation, people hated it. And every video game adaptation by Uwe Ball. All these crappy Uwe Ball movies such as House of the Dead, Alone in the Dark, Far Cry, Dungeon Siege, and Postal, they all sucked ass. But right now, there is another adaptation which is a joint effort between Capcom and Legendary Pictures on the way. Street Fighter. Not to forget, Legendary Pictures has the TV rights as well. I know what you're all thinking. Oh great, another Street Fighter film which is most likely to fail like the previous two movies. Street Fighter. A long-running popular fighting game series that first debuted in 1987 and then became extremely popular with a successful Street Fighter II in 1992. And since then, it has become a worldwide phenomenon, spawning many successful games, prequel games such as Street Fighter Alpha, spin-offs such as EX Alpha Plus, and crossovers with Marvel, SNK, Tatsunoko, Smash Bros., and so on. Not to forget that Street Fighter 6 comes out in 2 months. Can't wait. Not to mention that it spawned an anime movie, an anime TV series, that 1994 live-action movie with Van Damme in it, guilty pleasure. The abomination of 2009, that is The Legend of Chun-Li, the superior and successful film Assassin's Fist, which I really liked, and its live-action web series Resurrection, which is a continuation of Assassin's Fist. Let's not forget that USA Network cartoon back in the 1990s, which was more connected to the 1994 movie. Like I said, people will say, oh great, another Street Fighter movie most likely to fail like the previous two movies. But hey, Legendary Pictures saw success with Detective Pikachu, which in my honest opinion was a great adaptation of the successful Pokemon series of video games, trading card games, and anime as well. Ryan Reynolds, he's a great Pikachu. Or should I call him Pikapool instead? So let's see how Legendary is going to make a Street Fighter movie. No news about production, casting, and filming so far. All we know is that a movie is on the way. In my honest opinion, if they're going to make an adaptation of Street Fighter, I can only hope that they do it right this time. Closer to the source material, and let Ryu be the main protagonist this time. Let Blanca be Blanca, and don't make the same mistake that Steven E. DeSouza did with turning Charlie Nash into Blanca. Oh, Steven, how dare you turn Charlie Nash into Blanca? How dare you turn Charlie Nash into Blanca? When I saw that movie when I was 9, I was so excited since I love Street Fighter 2, but upon seeing it, I kind of felt that it wasn't like the game at all. The only good actor in that movie was the late Raul Julia, who played as M. Bison. Raul Julia, who was suffering from stomach cancer, played the role for his two sons since it of the game. My respect for him went straight up the roof for that. Te extrañamos mucho, Raúl. Gracias por ser Bison y que Dios esté siempre contigo. Now, when it comes to this upcoming Street Fighter movie, I can hope that they get the cast right this time. And I can only hope they make a good story that respects the source material more than the previous two movies did. I gotta say though, that the 1994 movie is a guilty pleasure and in the so bad it's good list of movies, of course. I prefer watching that one than Legend of Chun-Li because that movie was so damn bad, even if the story was more Street Fighter Alpha style. They totally messed up in that one. Yeesh. What detoxifies me from these two movies is the anime movie from the 1990s, which I truly enjoyed. And here's a fun fact. Bryan Cranston of Malcolm in the Middle, Breaking Bad, and Your Honor fame voiced the character of Fei Long in that movie. As said, video game adaptations have been doing really good, and the upcoming animated Mario movie looks like it will be a huge success. I think that with the recent game adaptations that were successful, the tides are turning for video game adaptations, and its curse of bad reputation will be broken soon enough. I can only hope. A lot of us can only hope. And that's all for today's news. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and support me on social media and Patreon. This is John of Video Games in the World. Have a good one. Hadouken!